This is not an economic argument, much less an investment point. It is a commentary on the political role behind the renminbi. Financial institutions that launch RMB products never break the fact that the RMB is a kind of strange political currency, but only sell it as a kind of important currency that goes up and down, since the International Monetary Fund included it in the SDR special drawing rights currency. It is believed that the RMB is becoming more international and can be judged by its normal monetary logic. It is a loud reminder that the RMB is essentially a political currency rather than an economic currency. Anyone who extrapolates the RMB and its price assets from the logic of economics, finance, or even Western politics, those who have already made money will sooner or later lose money and interest if they keep playing in the political currency casino. As for institutions or people who have only recently entered the market, do not be surprised if they lose money and suddenly. The political principle behind the RMB can be stated clearly in one sentence, that is, in a one-party dictatorship, there can be no currency in the sense of a market economy. When a currency exists for the purpose of maintaining a one-party dictatorship, and despite having had a market effect in the process, when the dictatorship's position is threatened, all the national resources, including financial and tax, industry, stock market and currency, will be divorced from its economic nature, without exception, as a tool to rescue the party. The political history of the RMB against the dollar is roughly as follows. From 1.55 to 11 in 1979-1993, nearly 40% 11.8 overnight increase in 1994, and after a steady period of 11 years. In 2005, under the pressure of the United States, it entered the channel of rapid appreciation, with an appreciation of 30% in 8 years. From 8 to 6.15. In the past 40 years, the exchange rate of RMB has fluctuated in order to maintain a one-party dictatorship, and the recent so-called internationalization moves and speed have basically followed this line. At present, the RMB has clearly entered the channel of devaluation, and even the economy, which dominates its speed, is also because the economic situation has threatened the sustainability of the one-party dictatorship. In a country where party rule is beyond the rule of law, all the people know that the value of assets on hand, whether they are cash, stocks or real estate, is determined not by the market but by the policies of the CCP Central Committee. As long as there are rumors spread, not crazy buying is crazy selling. Just a few years ago, the ant crazy to buy gold to preserve its value. The political and business community knows this more. This is why 2 decades since officials, business tycoons, have been madly selling out of their assets to abroad, and the national team, appointed 2 years ago to bail out the stock market, the result was also a huge scandal of self-short selling and arbitrage. When will the renminbi break 7, or even 8, or 10 against the US dollar? The CCP Central Committee will quietly do its homework beforehand to prevent the flee of US dollar assets. But don't be surprised if the contingency time set aside for all sectors will not take more than a few months.